What is going on, everybody? Welcome again to 628 Productions. My name is Tim, bringing you everything Thunderbird related as usual. We're back in the garage, working again on Project Blackbird here, getting right to the final steps. And while it's been sitting in the garage, the fuel pump decided to take an exit right. So figured today I would show us kind of how to do that here. Let me grab the light and kind of give you an idea. There's a couple ways that you can go about doing the fuel pump. Obviously, underneath the car is option one, where you drop the exhaust, or option two, you can cut a hole in the back seat. And we're over in the white car, of course, and I cut a hole in the back seat many years ago when I was in college or in my younger adult life. The fuel pump went out on this thing in a parking garage, so I was kind of limited with resources. Couldn't afford a tow, couldn't afford to do labor in a parking garage. So some tin snips later, you got the access to the pump and we were able to get going, but now I have a huge hole. So if you want to go that method, it works fine. It's not a bad method at all. And you come in about where the seat connects. You know, as you can see, I had to cut out where the seat bolts down over there. So measuring, it's about 6 to 8 inches in, and then you want to come over to just before that hump. So I know some people kind of showed that online, but not really shown how to get there. So that brought me over to this car. Wasn't really sure if cutting a hole under the seat and doing the same process was something I wanted to consider, but you can see I drilled a hole right there by the hump, and then just on the outside towards the exterior of the car, I had a line to cut where that seat bolt down is. So that kind of gives you an idea of the location. But I'm gonna do something different this time. I'm actually gonna follow the Ford step-by-step manual, how to drop a tank. Really isn't that outlined in the booklet. It just says, again, make sure it's empty, raise the vehicle up. Then it tells you to support it, let the straps down, and then undo the lines. That's pretty much all it says in here. Of course, if you haven't seen the fuel pump, it's pretty straightforward. This is the actual pump. This is just the sending unit. You just have to replace the pump right there and some rubber. Very simple, very straightforward. Looking at the exhaust, I should be able to unbolt the exhaust from behind the rear resonator, and then I believe by the rear mufflers there's either a hanger you can get off, or they have these little brackets. This doesn't outline it very well, but usually those little brackets are just mounted on, and you can take the whole bracket off with the, yeah, they kind of show it here where it's just kind of bolted in. You can take that whole piece off. So just depending upon what I find, but I'm gonna get under there and tackle that. Figure that way it's a cleaner job. Again, I want to sell this car. I don't want somebody to say, hey man, you cut this huge hole under the back seat. That makes me not a buyer. I could see that happening. I don't know. This car was set up over here, the white car was set up to be more of a race car idea. So when I was young and dumb, I was like, man, we want a race car, let's tear it all apart, make it fast. We don't care about a hole under the seat. Where again, this one's like, hey, let's get it done right. We got some time to work with. So that's what we're going to tackle today. If you're wondering about parts, nothing too exciting here. This is a 255 high pressure fuel pump. It's like a no-name knockoff, whatever was the best price on Rock Auto. Again, I'm thinking of time frame here. Fuel pump went out on this one probably 20-ish years of age on the car, maybe a little older, and this one just went out. So again, I feel if the factory pump can make it that long, an aftermarket no-name pump should be able to hold it down. But I'm gonna pick you guys up, get down underneath there. All right, gang, while I'm doing the fuel pump, I'm also gonna be replacing the fuel filter. That's what you're looking at here. Fuel filter's above. I don't even know what brand this is, I'll be honest with you. I went to the local parts store. They wanted $24. It was 23 and some change for a fuel filter. Went on Rock Auto, I think that was like $1.50, but then I had to pay $5 to ship it. So again, just trying to keep in mind the budget here. Typically when you get one of these sets, it comes with these clips. They were not included in the box. I don't know if they ever were included in the box. Some have them, some don't. I've had these clips from previous fuel filter projects. So I'm gonna get underneath. I believe this is about all you need, and an 8mm socket, I believe, to take the little cover off. And then there's, if memory serves me, like a hose clamp that kind of holds it up in place and holds it to that bracket, if I recall. So let me get you down here, and then we can see what we got here. All right, so just as I thought, here's the fuel filter. It's got the little cover on it. 8mm, 8mm, 8mm. That's about it. I'm gonna get those zipped off real quick. Of course, left my wrench under the center of the car, so let me climb on over there, grab that, and then I'll get to going. Man, this stuff is rusty. Alright, those are both coming. Nice. There's not a rusty bolt. Every bolt on this car is rusty, I guess what I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness. Oh, acorns. That should shock people. Alright. Yeah, got some acorns rolling out. Alright. The cover, again, you can just kind of slide it out of the way. As you can see, I think you can see. My hand's in the way. Move the camera a little bit. Alright, so the clips I pictured, they're right here. Just, again, if you don't have an extra set, be careful taking them off. And I believe when you pop that out, it's popped out, it'll pop off. Yeah, that's exactly right. And you get some old fuel on you and smell amazing. Good deal. Yeah, that's some old smelling gas. Holy buddy. Alright. There. I'll grab a flathead here, pop that off, and then I'll tell you what quick disconnect to use, and then as easy it was to take off, put it back in. It even has a little direction on it, flow, boom. Not too difficult, folks. Don't overthink it. All right. Goodness, that thing's rusted on there. There we go. Alright, pop that off. Nothing too exciting there. And then, if you're like me, you've already lost your quick disconnect tools. There they are. These are worth their weight in gold. Again, you can get them at any parts store using them to take the fuel rail off. We'll replace that. Let me see which one might go in here for us. There it is. And that sure as heck should bring it off. Come on, baby. Work with me, I'll work with you. There it goes. Holy smokes. It was in there tight. Alright. Well, got that one out the way. Again, that has been on there for a decade, right? Clicks in, nothing difficult. Clicks back on. Ain't nothing to it, folks. Slide that back where you think it goes. Just two little tabs, it looks like. I guess while you're goofing off with that, don't tighten her down too much. Put this back on. And if you haven't lost the clip, reuse it. If you lost it, grab one of your new ones. I'm telling you, I'd lose my head if it weren't attached, folks. As easy as that thing came off, I've already misplaced it. Just like that, every time. Hopefully you're a little more organized than I am. If that's okay, I will find it. Let's see, here's the box. Get that out of the way. Here's the new ones. And you know what? I'll just use a new one. Just like that. Gone. If you need to know the size for the fuel rail, let's see here if it tells me on this thing here. It says it would be, looks like a 3/8. And that 3/8 is the one you want. And they sell these in various forms. This one's just the one I happen to own, but yeah, let me get y'all set back here. Put the clip on, tighten some bolts, and fuel filter is done. Sorry, getting in front of the camera angle there. I got everything started. And now it's just tighten everything up. I'm not trying to set any records, and it's all done. I'm gonna hand tighten all those with a ratchet wrench. All right, thought I was filming, but I was not. These bolts came out in one piece, no trouble. It was like they were ready to come out, which is really stunning. So that's the front side of the exhaust, of course. Well, it's dark if I turn you without the light here. Let me try to spin a little bit. Close corridors here, kind of small space, but again, that's the exhaust. It goes through the gas tank, so I need to get that out of the way so I can do that. I'm just trying to remember the mounting points. I'm going to take you around the back. I believe there's one right by the differential, and then there's one on either of the mufflers that hold it up to the rear bumper. If memory serves me, you can remove like the bracket that the rubber grommet for the exhaust hangs into off of the rear. I found that to be the easiest, because otherwise I end up ripping these little rubber dog legs or bones or whatever they call them there to hold the exhaust in place. So I'm gonna swing around, get to the backside, pick you up in a second. All right, thought about giving a step-by-step how-to when I was under the car, but it was just too cramped, too hard to get the GoPro to focus in on what I'm trying to tell you all. First, of course, you're gonna drop the front section of the exhaust from the resonator. Pretty straightforward. Mine had 2 bolts. It looks like they were aftermarket. Somebody had already been there. Then in addition to that, you'll have this metal bar that goes across the car. It is held in with 2 8mm bolts. It looks like it mounts about right there and it goes across the car. That'll get this front section to kind of start drooping down. Really the main progress in getting it to fall, and I'll try to adjust the light. I think you might be able to see back there. But the hanger out of the differential was really the key piece to make the whole thing set down. Now, as I mentioned, I did loosen the brackets that are back there by the mufflers. If you get up there, you'll see where they bolt into the rear bumper. I don't know if it was really necessary. I think once I undid that hanger, it was enough to drop it down. So at this point, I'm gonna move over to taking the straps off of the tank. Just first idea here, I'm gonna undo the ones that are front side of the tank. And I think that'll rock that down just enough where I can get to the pump in that front corner. So I'll pick you guys up once I start doing that. All right, there we are. As you can see, got the jack in the corner holding it up. Tank is now dropped. All I really did is take out the 2 back bolts, and that dropped down enough to provide access here. So again, I've done this both ways. I showed you where I cut out under the seat in the white car, and then we're doing it this way. I'd say both are pretty easy. Obviously, top side, you know, is a little less involved. You don't have to drop the exhaust out of the way, but I wouldn't say it was anything really difficult. Just depends on what you got to work with. Both serve their purpose. Again, I was in a pinch. And there's more acorns. Kind of know where this car came from, so I'm going to clean off around here. I believe this is just a 3-prong deal. You got to do something, pop it off. Yeah, I can't remember. Maybe it's push up. There we go. Yeah, it pulls up. There we go. Yeah, it's well lubricated. I believe there's 2 little clips. I'm gonna clean all around here. Then these, you just kind of take a flathead screwdriver and bang it out. Looks like there's enough room where the pump will pull out. I'll put a new pump on. We'll get it back in there. So yeah, again, if you looking at this here, you just got the tab on the back, 2 on the top, just kind of pry it off. Well, that's a good electrical jelly on there, so we'll try to keep that nice and clean. But yeah, again, just want to pop out the clips like we did on the fuel pump. Those will come off, and then I'm going to clean around here. I don't want any of this road debris and grime and dirt and all that stuff to get into the tank. Got a towel here to do that, and next we'll pick you up once I have it out of the tank. Should be pretty straightforward. Again, 2 clips. Take a flathead screwdriver and spin the ring around so that it'll come out, and then this whole unit comes out of the tank. So work on doing it. I'll set you guys up here. Try my best to get you a little bit of footage. Sometimes my arms get in the way. And I'll tell you, sometimes filming isn't top priority when I'm under the car digging with stuff. We'll get you something here. And again, I had never done this before. I expected a much busier process than what we got right now. So this is so far best case scenario. Yeah, and it feels pretty clean now. Let me see. I got a flathead screwdriver somewhere. There it is. Let's see if we can't get those clips. There's one. Oh yeah, that's some good smelling fuel right there. See if I can't see that other clip. Yeah, might just take that, might bang that ring off and then get that second clip. Yeah, might be able to get it from here. There we go. All right. See if we can't bang that ring out. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Just enough room, it looks like. Oh, there we go. Man, that's an ugly beast. Ooh, look how dirty that thing is. Goodness gracious. All right. Bring you guys around topside. We'll work on putting this together here. Man, that's some dirty smelling gas. Ooh, good stuff. All right, back up top. I always like to go to the manual again, give you guys some visuals as to what Ford says. Again, we did the fuel filter. Really nothing too difficult here. Just shows the the two bolts, and then obviously again there's the what am I looking for? Hose clamp. Little hose clamp that holds it in place. Again, if you go to the fuel pump, it tells you kind of like how to take it out, as I just did. Nothing too difficult. Doesn't tell you a whole bunch about servicing it. Everything in the Ford manual seems to be like just replacing the whole assembly rather than upgrading a pump. But new pump, it comes with this little, you can put it on there. I guess that's to dampen sound. Then it's got this little deal on the bottom, and then you put the sock on there. As you can see, the little rubber one on this one, I just peeled it all off. I think it's made out of the same material. I never put that on just due to the fact that it seems like the gas breaks it down and then ends up in your tank. And all it is to keep a little bit of noise down, which I don't think is a thing. I don't believe you need this on the new one because, again, you're going to have the hose there off of the pump. So that's trash, but just trying to double check it. The actual sender unit is over here. That's what tells the dash you have a tank of fuel, That all looks fine, but I don't know what this is for. I really don't. If you guys know, post a message. Maybe I'll find it in the book here, but it's ready to go. Basically, just got to take that out of the thing, and then this should pull out and put it all back together. So I'm going to work on doing that. Again, kind of a one-man deal here, so we'll try to get it done. Get you a little bit of a camera angle set up here. See what we can come up with. We'll knock it out. Oh, man. Let's see what we can do here. Come off. Maybe this goes up. Yep. Alright, that'll slide up. Alright, so that slides up out of that little channel there. And that's just enough room to do the rest. Okay. Alright, that's easy. Man, that thing's in tough shape. I'm just gonna snip that because I'm replacing it anyhow. Let me grab my pliers here. Come on, baby. There we go. That's the old pump. I don't need to test it. I'm pretty confident it's bad. I don't know what this thing's for, but we're gonna eliminate it. I don't know. This thing's dirty. And thankfully, she's getting sanded down and painted here in a couple days, so I'm not really hurting anything with the finish of this car. Man, it is. That's that rubber boot thing. It kind of stops you from humming. It's just kind of glued in there. There we go. Oh yeah, wipe it on the floor right into my crock. Nailed it. Alright, let me take this back off because I was just kind of doing that as a demonstration piece. She clips in there pretty tight. That's good. Alright, so again, this will go like so, and then we'll put that little piece of hose right there. We're in business, folks. We just got to wire it up, put some heat shrink tubing on it. We're in business. Let's see if I can't pry this off with the pliers rather than my teeth. Come on. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right, back under the car, got everything squared up, got the new pump together, got the new wiring put on, heat shrink, soldered. When I took this out, I kind of had to go that way and wiggle and go down, so I'm going to try to replicate things here. Apologize if my head or arm or any part of my body gets in the way of the camera. Oh, let's see here. I think that'll work. Come on, baby. Hey. Come on, baby. Come on, girl. Hey. Look at that. There we are. I'll be damned. I did it. All right. Guys, I've been putting this off for like over a month because I thought it would just be a real pain in the but this actually went together quite easy. Wow. Yeah. I think now I just got to get the ring in there, bang it around. There we go, it's starting. How about that? Let me get my screwdriver here. Man, that one's a little short. Let's use the handle of the jack. That's it. Ha! All right. That's what I'm talking about. I've never had such good luck here. This is wonderful. I even think my wife's coming out. What's up, wife?
Do you know anything about David and a tick bite?
Don't know anything about David and a tick bite. Nope, but YouTube might know about it here in a minute since we're filming. What's going on?
Well, your mom just texted me and said, how's David's tick bite doing? And I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know. Only David I know is on your side of the family. Did y'all post something? Oh. Man. All right, folks. She's in. Again, I think you saw me put the film in there, or excuse me, I think you guys saw me put the fuel pump in. I cut the camera out a little bit. The wife stepped out here, had some question. I guess my mom had asked a question. She didn't know the answer, so she came to me to see if I knew what was going on, but I don't know. Let's see here. Guess I may have had it the right way the first time. Come on, little clip. Yeah, that one's locked. And you can reuse these clips. If you break them, you can buy the new ones. I showed you the packaging. It's all kind of a universal deal. Nothing too exciting. Just not being able to see is the exciting part here. You see, everything's metal. Let me see what we can come up with here. Maybe that's a better angle for me. Let's see if I can find the holes. There's one right there. Damn. All right. Got it locked in. That's live action. I'm gonna jack this back up and tighten the one bolt, and then I can't wait but to start the car. I wish I had more patience, but I just can't wait, guys. This thing hasn't ran since I've done all the engine work. So I gotta know. Oh, I guess it would help if I brought that light down before I jacked it all the way up in there, huh? Let's try that first. Bring her back down. Always something, guys. Whew, we're getting there. Let me get this light right. This little magnetic light has been a lifesaver. That is the deal. All right, going back up. Oh man, one side down. I think while I'm here, I'm gonna maybe just thinking about putting this exhaust up, and we'll see if we can't do that. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, I think I gotta get that, yeah, we'll just get to the other side. I think I gotta put the rubber grommet for the center support in before I do anything else, so. Move the angle here for you. Ready for the other side. I really thought this would be a much bigger project. Fuel pump is no longer a fear. All right, let me swing on over. That's that. Nice. All right. Woo. I want to start it, but the kids are in bed. Just gonna have to save that till tomorrow. Guess I'll pick you guys up here in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. We'll fire this thing off. I just don't want to wake up my kids. So I think off camera, I'm gonna hook the exhaust back up. If you're looking at a clock and not the video here, this took me about 2.5, 3 hours. I thought again it'd be a couple day project, but nothing fought me. Everything went well. So pick you guys up in the morning. We'll see if she won't pop off. All right, I told you I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but if you know me, I can't wait. Got the battery brought over from the white car, and then I have a fuel pressure gauge hooked up. So if you're not familiar with these, you can get it in a parts store. Essentially, it'll come with an adapter that goes into the Schrader valve. Allows you to hook this up, and I had it stuck in here just so we could get a camera shot of the gauge. So my belief, if we turn the key, I'm gonna get you guys set up here. My belief is if we turn the key, oh, come on. Getting the camera shots are the hardest part of this whole gig here. All right, maybe, perhaps. All right, that'll work. All right, so when I turn the key, it should have pressure at this point. Give that a try. I don't even think I have to go anything more than like key on. We'll find out. I believe that'll move the gauge. They're up here. I don't want to do nothing crazy. Oh, we're spraying fuel now. We're spraying over here. Oh. Oh no. Ha. Well, we found another problem. We'll turn it off. Well, fantastic. Well, we have pressure. The thing of it is, that's good. So we got pressure. Bad thing is it looks like, I'll see, I don't know if you can see it bubbling there, but right where that rubber meets the metal, it's spewing fuel. So that's what was going psst. So, that's not good. I think I could maybe put a hose clamp there for the time being. Not really what I had. Wow. Yeah, we're there. Fuel pump's good. Now I found something else, so. All right, well, I have to see another day. That's the fuel pump. Again, I'm gonna work on that off camera, I think for the time being, just because I got so much time and effort involved in this right now, instead of taking it all apart again. Oh man. Decisions. I gotta phone a friend, their thoughts. I don't know if it'd be as simple as just a hose clamp there, or if I'd be better off taking the rail off. I know the answer is taking the rail off, but so close, man, and I anticipate to do some bigger things here next week. So. All right, well, that's all I got tonight, guys. I appreciate you. Been a long day here in the garage. Fuel pump works. We got pressure at the rail. Showed you guys how to do it. Again, there's one of two methods. If you want to cut out under the seat, that works. If you want to do it underneath, you can. You know, I really thought under the seat was the easiest method, but doing it underneath, dropping the tank really wasn't a big deal either. So I appreciate you guys. We're getting close. We're getting close, man. When it's just nickel and dime and little things like that, it's no big deal. All right, be good. If this was helpful, again, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good jazz. We're glad to have you here at 628 Productions, bringing you everything Thunderbird related. See you to the next one.